G'day all, welcome back to Dad vs Son and our playthrough of Combat Volume 1 from Compass Games. And we're going to start with the first introductory scenario because I'm just taking a break from Next War Vietnam due to brain drain. So I've set everything out as the way it's supposed to be. One is to the northwest. The wind is coming from the south, from the northeast. These red markers that you can see out here are simply victory point hexes for the American forces. And I get 4 VP if I cross through or enter those hexes and so forth. The enemy forces are blue and red. Blue starts with 4 recruits, 3 riflemen, an NCO and 5 dummies. And red starts with an NCO, a veteran, 3 riflemen, 3 recruits, a sniper and 4 dummies. And they're set out as per the instructions, and I rolled out the die 6 for the orders for them. I had 3 options for troops for me, and I have taken option 2, which gives me Corporal Thomas with a grease gun with 2 riflemen, and I've got Private Temple and Private Connor, and Private Connor is a medic as well. And also with that, I could take a BAR, which I've got Private Johnson with 2 riflemen from Baker, and I've got Private Donahue, and I've got Private Peters. The orders I gave my people were Private Peters for, not run and gun, for sprint. The idea is that he's going to try and sprint up into here before these guys get anywhere near it or too near it. I've got aim fire for Donahue and Johnson because they do have a line of sight up to here at least, and up through here a little bit up to this sort of area. And all of the Charlie boys evade to come up. And that's about that. Now, as I activate people, I'll just be putting one of these yellow beads on them for impulse 1, remove it for impulse 2, put it back on, stuff like that. So I don't hopefully lose track of who did what to whom. And because I have trouble with differentiating between the Americans being spotted and not spotted, and that's why I'm having trouble even now with setting them up properly, is I'll just put a red bead on them once they've been spotted. And once all of them have been spotted, then I can take them off. Right, so the game goes for 7 turns. That's what this red marker is. The Germans will pick up 4 new characters at turn 4. That's what that yellow marker is. And we are good to go. So I get, we need a minimum of 9 victory points for a just scraped out win. So I get 3 cards to start with. Everybody is alert. Everybody is on normal morale. And the enemy are prepared. So that's that. So my 3 cards I've got... Oh, and there's no events in this either. These 3, which will give me an 8 and an 88, a 66 and a 72, or a 78 and an 88. So Baker's going to end up with a 66 or an 88. So it really depends on this turn whether I want to go first or last. And I think realistically I may as well get rid of the So we don't use the events anyway, so I don't need to worry about that. Plus 2 TQ for any rally rolls within the leader's distance. One friendly character may increase morale by 2 levels. So, you know, that'd be a handy one. But I think what we'll do is we'll start with this one and let them go first, more than likely. So we'll put that over there. So we have a 88 for Baker and a 78 for Charlie. And for the Germans, we have a 55 for Red and a 35 for Blue. Okay, so it'll be Blue, Red, Charlie, Baker. Righto. So let's get into it, and I'll try not to stuff it up too much. Okay, so Blue first, and as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blues to 4 reds. So let's see what we got. So we have in evade 6, 5. So he's going to go direction 6 first. So he's going to come down to here. And evade 6, 5. So he's going to do the same. Looks like they're travelling in tandem. Sneak, so he does nothing this turn. And evade 6, 5. So again, he will come down to here. I hope my big bullhead's not getting in the way too much. A sneak, so he's not going to do anything this turn. A sneak does nothing. A sneak does nothing. And an evade 6, 5. So he will evade down to here. And he's about the only one, I believe, that has any chance of maybe spotting anyone. So let's have a quick look through the logs there, and he can see Private Johnson, and he can, oh, hang on. Yeah, he can see Private Johnson, and he can see Corporal Thomas. He can't see him, and he can't see him. Okay, so Corporal Thomas and Private Johnson, we can try for a spotting roll. Okay, so the distance is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll just start up here first with Corporal Thomas. So a range of 10 for a spotting roll is a 0 modifier, and he's evade in hedges, which is a -1. Yeah. So we have a 4 minus 1 is 3, so 3 or less to see Corporal Thomas. And we get a 2. So we need to check to see if this bloke's real to start with, and he is. So Corporal Thomas has been spotted. We'll roll him over and put a red bead on him. It just makes it a lot easier for me to see right at the start. Okay, and then we have, again, the distance is a 0 modifier. Aim fire in a hedge is a -1 as well. So again, 0 through 3. And we have a 7, so he does not spot him. Right. So he did well. Okay, so next up is the Reds. So this guy has an evade 6, 5. So he will evade down to here, along with Mr. Sneaky. We have an evade 6, 5. So he will come down onto the roadway. Now he can't see anybody down here due to trees, rocks, hedges and all the rest of it. We have an evade 5, so he'll come straight down. And in evade 6, so he'll go straight over there. And all of the Germans have been done. Righto, so next up is Charlie over here. So these three are simply going to come forward. So it'll be 1, 2, and 3. Evading forward. Like that. And then we have Baker doing their stuff. So Private Peters will start his sprint. Sorry about this. Ugh. As the pieces get closer towards them, I can bring the tripod down and make it a little bit better. So he can't spot anybody up there either at the moment. Everything's in the way, I believe. So that's fine. And then we have these two here. Both aimed fire, so they can't shoot this turn, but they should be able to get a spotting roll in for Johnson, because, you know, this bloke just tried to spot him. So again, we have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 distance, which is the 0. And this guy is evade in the open. And evade in the open is a +1. So we have 5 + 1 is 6. So 6 or less to spot him. We get a 9, nothing happening. Which leaves Private Donahue. Donahue. People pronounce it in different ways. I don't believe he can see anybody. Rocks. No, rocks. Rocks. So he's done as well. And that ends Impulse 1. So we're going to Impulse 2 and we're back with the blues. Okay, so I'll just start over with these three here. These are way out. So we have a sneak 6. So this bloke will sneak over to here. We have an evade 6-5, so he'll go 5 this time. A sneak 5, so he will come down as well. An evade 6-5, so he's going to come down a 5 this time. And I still don't believe anybody can see him or anything else. In evade 6-5, so he does the same. Like I said, they're operating in tandem. A sneak 5, so he'll come down into the rocks. A sneak 6, so he will go over into the rocks. Now, he couldn't see anybody. He has a chance. But I think the rocks will block it. Yeah, he's blocked by rocks. Okay. And then we have an evade 6-5, so he'll come straight down behind the rocks now. Like that. And again, he can't see anybody now to do anything, so we go over to the reds. And we have an evade 6-5, so he'll come down for the 5. An evade 6-5, so he'll come straight down. In evade 5, straight down. And an evade 6 over to there. Now, I'm pretty sure these blokes can't see anybody, but again, have a quick look. No, we're crossing the hedgerows there. We're crossing rocks there. Yeah, so nothing. Righto, so we're up to Charlie again. Again, evading straight to the north. Straight to the north. And straight to the north. Like that. And then Baker sprinting 1-2 into the trees with Private Peters. Again, he can't see anybody that way. He can't see anybody this way because of the trees and rocks and stuff. And we have our two men here with aimed fire. And as we just said, they can't see anybody because of rocks and stuff. No. So they both do nothing. And we go into Impulse 3. And we're back to the blues. It's a bit of a slow start, but we're getting there. So we have a sneak. So he's not doing anything. And a sneak. So he's not doing anything. We have an evade 6-5. So he is evading to 6 again this time. Okay, these are both evading 6-5, so they'll both come down. We'll go to the 6, like that. Big buffet in the way again. We have a sneak, and we have an evade 6-5, so he will go into the rocks now. Excuse me. He can't see any spotted bloke, so he's not going to go into duckback. But he can see Private Johnson, and he can see Private Donahue. So he can try and spot them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to both, so it's a 0 again. They're both aim fire in there, which is a -1. So we have a 3 or less and a 3 or less. Okay, so Private Johnson first is spotted. And Private Donahue is spotted as well. I think I want to get rid of that guy. He's starting to peeve me already. That's half my force spotted already. Okay. So we're back to the reds. Now the blues are done. Nobody else can see anything, do anything. Righto, so we have an evade 6-5, so he will evade down this way. We have an evade 6-5, so he will come over into the hedge. Evade 5, straight down. And an evade 6, he'll come out onto the road. And let's see if he can see anything. And of course, I don't think so, because we've got the tree there and we've got the hedges there and stuff like that. He can't. They're already spotted. He can't see anything. They can't see anything. So that's that. So we go back to Charlie. And Private Temple here is going to go 1, and then he's going to go from an evade to a drop back, duck back, sorry. I'll just clip that counter quickly. I've been clipping these counters as I play and trying to just end up through clipping them all So he's now in a duck back, and he'll become a hide next time. So he's done. The corporal will evade up into the trees and evade up into the trees with Private Connor, our medic. They're done. And then we have our other little fellas here. So Private Peters will continue his sprint and go 1, 2. And he can now see this guy. Can't see him, but he can see blue one, red one, blue one. So we've got those three there. We'll do first. So this guy up here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 away, which is a -1 modifier. And he is a sneak in field. Field with sneak is a -2, so that's a -3, which gives us a 2 or less to see him. And we see him. Woohoo! Okay. And he is a dummy. So our first dummy. Put that one away. Right. So the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Again, is a -1, and he is a evade in fields, which is a 0. So we are 0 to 4. Nope, don't see him. And then the other guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's a 0, and he is a -1 as well for evading field. No, he's a 0 for evading field. So we're 5 or lower. And we do see him. And he is another dummy. Evade 6, 5. Right. So that's everybody up there that he could see. He can't see him. He can see this little guy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is still a 0 modifier. And this guy is evade on a road, which I suppose is probably going to be open. Yep. Evade in the open is a +1, so we have a 0 through 6 again to see him. And we see him, and he is Soldat Otto. Beautiful. Now, can he see anybody else? Can't see him for the rocks. Can't see him. I don't believe. No. Now, I can't see that one or that one because of the rocks. He couldn't see that. So that's it. Okay. Which leaves us with these two. Now, he can see him. Can't see him. And he can see him. And he can't see him. No. Okay, so we've got these two that can see him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Baker to try. Baker's going to go first. And he can't shoot him because he hasn't been identified, so he is going to try and spot him. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the rocks, so it's a 0 modifier. In the rocks, evading is a -2, so that's a 0 through 3. And he sees him. And that is Obergefrita Sawyer. Lance Corporal. And he's going to be one of the one of the leaders. Yep. Now he's got an MP40 Schmeiser. So now we can shoot at him with this guy. And I left him because he's got a weapon skill of 7. And that's why I wanted it. So it's a range 8 with an M1 Garand, which is a 0 modifier. This guy is evade in rocks. I'm gone blind again. No. Oh, of course, missed it to start with. -3. Okay. Oh, I can't shoot at him. Oh, it's only the 3rd impulse. Okay, I had a chance to spot him again at least. Thanks for catching that. Glad I didn't screw it. Right, so that is everybody. So we're now on to Impulse 4. And we're back to the blues. Okay, I can get rid of that, and I can get rid of that. Righto, so this guy is a sneak 5, so he's just going to come straight down to here. I don't think he can see me. No, the hedge gets in the way, and he can't see anybody else, so that's good. We have an evade 6-5, so he will come straight down. And the same, so he will come straight down. Again, across rocks and stuff, across hedges, so no, they're already spotted anyway. We have a sneak 6, so he will come down further into the rocks, like that. Now, he cannot see him, but he can see him, so therefore he automatically does a duck back. I believe, because he's in cover. So we had the sneak 5, and he will do a duck back. Like that, because he went, oh shit, there's a bloke there. And then we've got this bloke with the sneak 5, so he'll just come down 1, like that. He can't see this guy, he can't see across the rocks, which leaves our little man here for his evade, and he'll come down to here, like this. Now he can see our little private here. That's spotted, he can't see any of those over there. So he's going to do a spotting check for Private Peters at a range of 2. And in fact, he will now, because he's got people spotted, also do a duck back. So it's a range of 2, which is a +1 modifier, and we have a sprint in trees. Trees with a sprint. There's a 0, so he's at a +1 So 0 through 6. And he gets a 5 and he spots poor old Baker. Peters, not Baker. Dickhead. Sorry. Okay. There we go. And that's all the blues done, which leaves us with the reds. So this guy is doing an evade 6-5, so he's going to come straight down. This guy is an evade 6-5 and will come straight down. Not sure if he can see Peters now. I believe he can. So he will do a duck back as well. We have an evade 5, so he'll just come straight down into there. And he can't see anybody. I don't believe. No, it's all no trees, hedges, everything else, which leaves this little guy here with an evade 5. So he just comes straight down. And we've already seen him, so that's done. And he can't see anybody over here due to this hedge. So that is the end of the Germans. So we go into Charlie. We have a duck back here, which becomes a hide for Private Temple. We have Corporal Thomas move up to here. And we have Private Connor move up to there with him. We have our sprint. 1, 2, and we go, yay! We've got it. So I'm going to take that off and put it up with the Germans for when I work out my victory points. Right, so he's done. He's sprinted into there. Now that leaves these two here. Now they can see him. He can't see him. He can see him. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to fire the BAR at this guy here. And I'm going to take 2 shots. You can take 1 or 2. So we have a range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the BAR, which I have for range. And this is a duck back in rocks. A rocks with a duck back is a -2. So we have a weapon skill of 5. So that will be a 3 or lower to hit. And we get a 1 for a hit. And it's a light wound. So he has a light wound. And then he has to do a morale check for his wound. So it is down to a 4 or less to pass that. And he does pass. So I think that's just a wound morale check. Less than or equal to his TQ is a 1. So he goes down to cautious as well. So he's light wound and cautious. In fact, let's put it like that. And then we have our second shot at him. And it's a 2, so it's a hit as well. And we have a bad wound. And a bad wound is not quite enough to kill him. So he's got a -4 now from his wounds on there. Do his morale check. So he is now a 5 -4. So a 0 or a 1 to pass. He fails. A wound morale check. So it is 2 levels down. So he goes from cautious to shaken, and then he goes to cautious, shaken to rout. Thought I had a rout out, but I don't. Okay, so we do the quick clipper, and he is now in rout. Right. And then we have this guy who can still shoot. So I'm going to shoot back here again and try and knock this bloke out. So again, this is an M1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is a 0 modifier for range. And again, he's in the rocks, ducking back, which was a -2, I believe. I'm just trying to get used to where I see stuff on this still. Yeah, -2. So we have a 7 -2, so a 0 through 5 will be a hit. And we get a 1. So he's hit again, and it's a light wound, which will put another 1 on him. So that would make 5 to 5. So he is dead. Get rid of that, get rid of that, and get rid of that. We killed him! Woohoo! So we've gotten rid of 2 dummies and 1 blue soldier as well. And that is the end of the first turn. So I hope that worked out okay for you, and it wasn't too confusing or anything else, and I didn't screw it up too bad. And I will see you back here for turn 2 in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.